Pakistan's envoy to India has stirred up a row. Abdul Basit said that bilateral dialogue between India and Pakistan has been stalled. Basit made the claim in the capital last evening. He also indicated that an Indian probe team was unlikely to allow a visit to Pakistan to investigate the Pathankot terror strike on the 2nd of January. The Indian External Affairs Ministry reminded Islamabad that the joint investigation team was allowed in India on the promise of reciprocity, said MEA spokesperson Vikas Swarup, reacting to a clarification by Islamabad. The Pakistan Foreign Ministry said that modalities of talks between foreign secretaries of India and Pakistan were being worked out. Foreign Ministry spokesperson in Islamabad says that talks was the best way to resolve the pending issue, contradicting Abdul Basit. Cops probing the sensational gunning down of NIA officer Tanzeel Ahmad have now veered onto the property angle. Cops suspect that a dispute over property that the NIA officer recently acquired could have led to his murder. The cops have so far detained 6 suspects. Akhil Bharatiya Hindu Mahasabha has written a letter to Home Minister Rajnath Singh seeking his intervention to probe death threats to its president from D Company. Swami Chakrapani, who bought Underworld Don Dawood Ibrahim's car and burnt it, received death threats from Chota Shakil's phone number, say sources. The police custody of a BSP MP and his wife in connection with their daughter-in-law's death has been extended. The victim's kin have accused the MP of demanding dowry and harassing the woman. The duo's police custody has been extended by 14 days. A court has rejected the anticipatory bail plea of Pratyusha's boyfriend Rahul Raj Singh. He had filed the plea fearing arrest. The police has booked Singh after Pratyusha's parents filed a complaint. Rahul was hospitalized following a breakdown. The Kashmir police has registered 2 separate FIRs in connection with the violence that broke out on the NIT campus in Srinagar. The first FIR was registered against unknown persons for clashes between outstation and local students. The incident took place a day after India lost to West Indies in the semi-finals of the World T20. Over a dozen students and a hostel warden from Jammu and Kashmir have been suspended by Mewar University in Rajasthan. The suspensions come after 2 groups of students fought with each other last week over India's loss to West Indies in the T20 Cricket World Cup. University authorities say there is calm on the campus now. Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari has taken cognizance of the Delhi hit-and-run case. The minister told India Today that juvenile drivers were a national shame and the country must work together for a stringent law on the menace. The minister says he will work with other lawmakers to bring a tougher law. India Today has accessed the CCTV footage of the Mercedes accident which claimed the life of a 31-year-old. In the video, Siddharth can be seen looking out for traffic towards the right side of the street. As he nears the opposite side, a speeding car can be seen entering the frame at high speed. The car flings the marketing consultant about 10 to 15 feet up in the air. The Uttarakhand High Court has postponed the floor test in the Assembly, reacting to the political crisis in the state. The court pulled up the centre, noting that much of the crisis in the state could have been avoided. There will be no floor test till the 19th of April. Two top Hizbul Mujahideen commanders have been killed in a brief encounter in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian district. The slain militants were considered close to Hizbul's commander Bahrain Wani. One of the killed militants was a cop who was decamped with weapons and joined militants. The SBI-led consortium of banks has rejected the proposal made by fallen liquor baron Vijay Mallya and the Supreme Court. The owner of the defunct Fisher Airlines had offered to pay 4,000 crores of loans to the banks by September this year. He owes over 9,000 crores to over 17 banks. With the banks outrightly rejecting Mallya's offer, the Supreme Court has ordered him to disclose all assets in India and abroad. The court wants Mallya to not only disclose his assets, but also that of his wife and children. Mallya has also been asked to appear before the court. Congress's Maharashtra state unit is demanding Amitabh Bachchan's removal as the brand ambassador of the state government's Safe Tiger project. The Congress raked up the Panama leaks issue in the assembly and demanded Bachchan's ouster. The superstar, however, has refused to react to the row. A huge blow to the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. An activist has uncovered dustbins placed across Ghaziabad city that were brought at an inflated price. The Ghaziabad Municipal Committee brought 2,200 dustbins for Swachh Bharat from the Swachh Bharat Fund at 9,000 rupees a piece. This price is 3 times the market price. A probe has been ordered. A Hyderabad court has issued a non-bailable warrant against Union Minister Y.S. Chaudhary. This after he didn't turn up in court, which was hearing a case of alleged default of repayment of loans. Chaudhary and others have been accused of defaulting in repayment of loans in excess of 106 crores taken from a Mauritius-based bank. Prime Minister Narendra Modi slammed West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee over the Narada and Sharda papers. Modi said the ruling party stands for terror and corruption. He also blamed the TMC for deaths of innocent people in the flyover collapse in Kolkata. A court in Haryana has admitted a plea against Yoga Guru Ramdev after his controversial remark on Bharat Mata. A former Congress minister in the state has moved the court against Ramdev, stating that the Yoga Guru's remarks could lead to communal flare-up. The court is set to hear the plea. A woman BJP worker who was allegedly molested by the party's youth leader is being threatened on her Facebook page. The woman presented proof to the State Women's Commission in Maharashtra. The victim has already filed an FIR against State BJP Youth Wing President Ganesh Pandey. In Uttar Pradesh's Saharanpur district, 2 businessmen climbed on top of a water tank and threatened to commit suicide. This after the municipality backtracked on the promise made to them. Reportedly, the municipality had assured to remove the illegal structures in the town market. The police didn't appear at the spot even hours after the businessmen had climbed up. The UP police has yet again faced flack this after a teenage girl was booked under the Hunda Act in Rampur. The cops have asked the girl to be present at the city magistrate's court. A befuddled city magistrate flayed the cops as they failed to state why the girl had been booked. The magistrate has now ordered action against the policemen who booked the girl. Two young women from a local college in Chandigarh created ruckus on the road. The ugly spat was caught on camera. Apparently drunk and unable to hold themselves, the girl fought with each other and with the policemen who took their scooty keys. The police arrested the girls for driving in an inebriated condition. A major embarrassment for the National Investigation Agency probing the Maligaon blast. Reports suggest statements of key witnesses recorded in the presence of a magistrate have gone missing. The document in question are admissible as evidence in court. 2 explosives in 2008 had left 7 people dead. A new twist to the alleged Muthal gang rapes. The Haryana government has removed the head of the special investigation team probing the case. The decision comes after the State High Court rapped the government and local police for intentionally hiding facts. A youth committed suicide after allegedly being thrashed by a corporator in Ghaziabad. Police say the youth who hanged himself at his home blamed the corporator for beating him in public. A youth picked up on suspicion of robbery was allegedly beaten to death by the police in Mathura. The slain youth's kin held protests against the police and demanded action against them. His kin say despite repeated pleas to seek his release, the cops assaulted him in custody, which led to his death. A shocking incident from Taran in Punjab. A former village headman from the ruling Shiromani Akali Dal and his sons allegedly abducted, stripped and molested a minor Dalit girl. The trio filmed the brutality as well. Police say the accused are furious as the former village headman's daughter had an affair with a Dalit girl's relative. 4 girls are among 6 people arrested in Uttar Pradesh's Kanpur as the police busted an alleged sex racket. Cops acting on a tip-off raided the gang's hideout. The gang used to fix deals through social media. Photographs of the girls were sent to prospective clients using WhatsApp. A former police officer has been arrested in the murder case of an RTI activist in Pune. The CBI, which is handling the case, says that the former police inspector conspired with others to eliminate the social worker Satish Shetty. The accused has been charged with manipulating evidence to shield the killers. Violent scenes erupted in Burdwan district of West Bengal after locals of the Rasulpur area clashed with the police. The mob had blocked the road in the main market to protest a woman being run over by a truck. The angry mob complained of administrative apathy. In Meerut, a robbery has been caught on camera. At least 6 armed robbers barged into a house and held an old couple captive. The robbers then lifted valuables and other costly items. Police arrived at the scene after the robbers had fled. In Uttar Pradesh's Lakhimpur Kheri, chaos broke out inside a hospital. This after a patient died allegedly due to medical negligence. Her kin blamed doctors, saying she was made to squat on the floor. They refused to take the body till the doctors were booked. At least 15 people have died so far in the Barmer Hooch tragedy. The incident has come to the fore after 3 BSF jawans died in a district hospital after reportedly consuming spurious liquor. At least 25 Hooch victims were hospitalized. Some of the victims have also lost their eyesight. Bangladeshi students took to the streets in Dhaka to protest against the brutal killing of a liberal blogger. Attackers in Bangladesh wielding machetes killed a liberal blogger. The killing is the latest in a series of murders of secular activists by suspected Islamist militants. Danish police say they have arrested 4 people near Copenhagen who they suspect were recruited by the militant group Islamic State in Syria to commit violence. The arrest followed a large police action at several addresses in and around the city. Angered French police held a demonstration to ask for better working conditions and wages. Policemen say reforms are necessary due to France's prolonged state of emergency. France has been under a state of emergency since the Islamic State bombings and shooting that left 130 people dead. Belgian prosecutors have appealed for help in finding a man suspected of leaving a bomb at the Brussels airport. Security agencies say they are eager to find a coat he had discarded and to speak to people who saw him on his hour-long walk back into the city. Prosecutors released new pictures of the suspect. The Italian Coast Guard has released new footage of the rescue of 314 migrants from a boat in poor weather conditions in the Strait of Sicily. The Coast Guard says that migrants were rescued in dangerous conditions. The cram boat had departed from Egypt. A bill in California which aims at reducing eating disorders among models has cleared its first legislative hurdle. If turned into a law, the measure would require the state to develop health standards for models and regard them as employees of the brands they represent. A young Chinese child narrowly escaped death after falling off the rear door of a moving minivan and being run over by a car. A video shows the rear door of a minivan slowly open and the child falls out onto the road as the vehicle pulled away from an intersection. Before the child could stand up, the car behind the minivan drove over the child and then stopped. Panama says the country would form an independent commission to review the country's financial practices following the leak of information from a local law firm that has embarrassed a clutch of world leaders. Governments across the world have started investigation possible financial wrongdoings by the rich and powerful after the leak of more than 11.5 trillion documents. Hundreds of anti-Trump demonstrators gathered to voice their opposition at the New York rally for U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. The New York billionaire was alarmed by the number of people who turned up at the protest. He has come under fire for his comments against immigration, Muslims and trade. The suspicious bushfire which raged in Arizona has spread to California. The fire sparked the evacuation of two recreational vehicle parks as hot and dry weather complicated efforts to contain the blaze. The fire broke out as agencies across the western United States gear up for what is expected to be another busy fire season. There is temporary relief for the Indian Premier League Season 9 as the Bombay High Court has allowed the opening game in Mumbai to go ahead as scheduled. However, an inquiry on tanker lobby has to be submitted by the 12th of April, after which the final decision will be taken. The hearing on the recommendations made by Justice R.M. Lodha's panel in the wake of the IPL 2013 spot fixing resumes in the Supreme Court on Friday. On Tuesday, the Supreme Court had slammed the BCCI, saying that the board has created a mutually beneficial society. The opening ceremony of IPL 9 will be held in Mumbai today. A number of stars from the Hindi film industry are set to perform during this ceremony. American singer Chris Brown and American electronic music group Major Lazer will also woo audiences. Mumbai Indians co-owner Neeta Ambani's skipper Rohit Sharma and head coach Ricky Ponting rang the opening bell at the BSP on Thursday. Mumbai Indians opened their IPL campaign against Pune Super Giants on the 9th. Yuvraj Singh will not be able to play in the first 2 weeks of the IPL. Yuvraj sustained an ankle injury during the recent World T20 and could not play India's match against the Windies.
Alright, we're getting news that after getting DNA samples, or rather giving the DNA samples of the 4 Pakistani terrorists killed in the Pathankot airbase attack, India is now contemplating disposing of the dead bodies lying.
There's the hair. But then I decided to use the public transport. And now I feel I look like Natha. But don't you worry, the show looks fantastic.